Welcome to Casually Live with your boy Brian, the Casual Brian. If you are new, we are coming to you live from YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. So if you're not following, be sure to follow. If you're not subscribed, be sure to subscribe. And let's get into it. We got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about what anime is worth watching. I've watched a ton of anime. Big day for me. Finally going to be finishing Kingdom. I've been watching this anime, I feel like forever. But I'm going to finish it I'm on the last 3 episodes of Kingdom. I'm super excited. Why do I always get off? I keep going off side. Like I'm lined up in the beginning and then I get offline. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I mean, like, but yeah, so big day for me. Finishing Kingdom, we'll be caught up. Have not decided on my next long anime. So the way I work is that I watch, and if, by the way, my name is Brian, casually watches anime, or the casual Brian in some spaces, or just Brian, whichever one you like. But the way I work with anime is that I'll watch a long anime. And so right now that anime is Kingdom. And when I say a long anime, I mean generally like more than 100 episodes. Generally speaking, I will watch like a 50 episode anime here and there. But I'll have a long anime that I'm watching in addition to the seasonal anime that I'm watching. And because my wonderful fiance is into anime now, I rewatch anime with her. So I'm currently rewatching 2 anime, One Piece and ReZero, which I highly recommend. If you watch ReZero or you gave ReZero a try and you found it to be like too boring for you or like just boring, give it a try in dub. Now, if you tried it in dub, then maybe that wasn't the issue for you. But for me, when I first watched ReZero, I watched it in sub. And ReZero is a difficult watch in sub. It's a lot of reading. There's a lot going on. There's a whole lot going on. So I've recently basically in season 4 episode 2 they put it in simulcast, so of course I'm going to watch it in the dub just to see what it's like. Man, it was so much better. So I'm rewatching that. I'm looking forward to rewatching it. Probably going to do content along the way, and also if you pull up, let me know where you're watching from. Like I said, I got YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. And again, I don't know what's going on with Twitch. There used to be a lot more Twitch streams that would come up, but now I feel like I don't get as many Twitch views, which is fine. I mean, obviously I would love to grow on Twitch. And then I need to figure out something too, because with my YouTube, so this is being broadcast on YouTube, but it's like 2 or 3 days later that this episode will show. And I want it to show like later that day. So I don't know if that's like something I got to figure out in StreamYard or if it's something that I got to figure out in YouTube, but I need to adjust that. I need to change that. So that, and I say that to say that, like, let's say this is Monday, 4/20/26, April the 20th, 2026. This is Monday. So if you're not seeing this on Monday, April 20th, 2026, then it means you're watching a rebroadcast, which is fine. You know what I mean? But I want people to be able to see this and as soon as possible. So we're still streamlining it. I would ideally like for this to show up as my podcast on YouTube, but for some reason it's not quite getting there. But we're working it out. We're working it out. This has been great. Last week we launched a new series, which I'm very excited about, Fortnite Fridays. And so it's basically the same as this. In fact, that's what inspired me getting this new microphone. One, I just didn't want to hold my microphone for like an hour. That was tough. But 2, when I'm playing, I wanted the microphone quality to be good, and it wasn't good. Let me just let me just say that. I mean, it was fine. It was fine, but it could be better. And so we're going for better. We're striving for better. So every Friday, I'm going to play Fortnite, and then I'm going to do the same thing. So it's basically this, talking about what's happening in the world of Fortnite, anime, and so on, TV and film. And and while I'm talking, I will be playing, ideally with friends. But, you never know. I think my cousin is off on Fridays, so I should always have at least one person to do Fortnite Fridays with, and then sometimes my girl, sometimes she's off on Fridays, so if she's here, then we're definitely going to do it together. But yeah, so Fortnite Fridays, be looking out for that if you are a fan of Fortnite. Now I'll just disclaimer, okay? I'm not horrible, but I'm not a sweat. I'm not a sweat by any means. I'm decent at Fortnite. I'm pretty decent. You know what I mean? Like, if you put me on a solid team, I'm not going to hold y'all back. I might not contribute that much, but I'm not going to hold you back. So be on the lookout. Fortnite Fridays happens around 12 o'clock. Just like today's around 12 o'clock. I think I'm going to keep Wednesdays as a floater between 4 and 6 o'clock. I'm liking that. I like the energy. I might really try to like tighten it up and hit like 4 though. I think 4 is a sweet spot. I think 5 o'clock is also a really good spot. But yeah, so your boy's live. We're talking about what anime we should be watching. I'm seeing people starting to turn on Diamonds of the Shadow Realm, which is interesting because I don't disagree with what they're saying. And basically what they're saying is that Diamonds of the Shadow Realm is not that good. Now, I don't know if it's not that good or the first episode was just so amazing that people's expectations for this anime were I mean, they were already crazy expectations coming into it because it's by the same author that did Full Metal Alchemist. So, I mean, of course, people are going to be expecting this to be good, and it seems good. It seems like a good premise. It seems like they have good characters. The art style is great. The world, as we know it, seems really good. But I would be lying if I didn't say that the second and the third episode were a bit of a snooze fest. Now, I don't know if that's mainly because the first episode just brought that fire, because I was kind of expecting like a drop off. You know what I mean? Like you can, but like most anime don't match that energy. It's just keeping it on an 11 for like 2 or 3 episodes is crazy. So I was expecting a little bit of a drop off, a little bit of exposition explaining to us what's going on. We haven't really got it though. That's my issue more. It's not so much that it's kind of slowed off or took its foot off the gas pedal. It's just that it's been very slow in its exposition. We still don't really have any idea of what's going on. Who's the main antagonist? We don't know, why was his sister taken away? Why did his family leave? We don't know a lot about Yuru, except for just some more lore. And so, I think that people getting frustrated with it. One person said that they don't even know if they're going to finish the season. I'm like, what? I'm definitely going to finish the season. It's definitely earned that. I also don't remember Full Metal being this slow in setting everything up. But I mean, it's been years, so it's hard to remember these type of things. That being said, I definitely enjoyed it, and so okay. If I was going to give it a rating, I would say episode 1 was S tier, episode 2 was lower B tier, and episode 3 was pretty close to C tier. It was just very mid. Not much really happening. Some funny humor with him, trying new foods and stuff. But it's just like, I felt like, did we need an episode 2 and 3? I feel like they could have maybe condensed it into like just one episode so we can kind of get back to like the action. You know what I mean? Now we did get to see a new Daimon, the guy's one who was like really creepy, by the way, too. It was like a fisher. You know what I mean? Like it was a fisher and a fish, and it was catching this guy who was like a criminal. It was weird. So I don't know but that was like the highlight of all of it. So I'm definitely nowhere near in the place of wanting to give up on Diamonds of the Shadow Realm. I'm also not thinking that is bad. I just think that episode 2 and 3 were slow. Maybe we could have possibly rolled them into one episode. Because man, in this current anime climate, especially I want to say this season, you gotta move, man. And unless you're intentionally setting out to be like something like Freerun, where it's like, hey, our whole thing is take it slow. Apothecary Diaries, slower. You gotta get going, man. There's just too much competition. Like Liar Game, for example. I thought Liar Game should have wrapped up this first, obstacle in 2 episodes. I thought that there's more than enough time in 2 episodes to get it done. But the goal is the goal is for you to keep coming back. So, I'm enjoying Liar Games. With Story of Wand and Sword is probably the best, that's out right now. Classroom of the Elite is definitely a slow burn. Dr. Stone has been great. I've enjoyed Dr. Stone. I mean, but I love Dr. Stone. Dr. Stone is just, it breaks my heart that more people don't know about how good Dr. Stone is. You know what I mean? Because everything you could want is in Dr. Stone. So it's kind of, it's a little bit frustrating. You know what I mean? And I need to set my notifications. There it is. Focus. Do not disturb. Good Lord. Your boy's in hot demand. High demand. Not hot demand. What's a hot demand? Can you see me? Yes, I can. All right. I mean, I'm assuming you mean, can I see your comment? Because I definitely can't see you. But I can see your comment, and thank you for pulling up. So what was I saying though? So yeah, so Monday we got Liar Game, and we have Witch Hat Atelier, which is for sure the best anime out right now. Tuesday we have Marriage Toxin, which I am really enjoying, really enjoying. I'm thank you. I appreciate it. Love you too. And I mean that. I really do appreciate not only people that pull up and watch the live, but leave comments. Because if no one's talking, then it's kind of hard for me to just sit here for an hour and talk about whatever. But because of thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. I appreciate the sub. Yeah, I appreciate it all, man. It's this is Casually Live with Brian. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I should finally put that up on my pages. But yeah, live Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So you can catch me here, which is you're watching on YouTube. Now I'm curious, are you watching on the vertical or the horizontal feed? Because I'm able to broadcast on both, so I do. And I'm always curious as to which one people are watching on. But again, thank you for the sub. So on Tuesday, I'm watching Marriage Toxin, which is a crazy anime that came out of nowhere. This is one of the reasons why I love YouTube, because it allows me to find out what's coming out this season. So I didn't hear anything about Marriage Toxin except for on a video that told me about Marriage Toxin. So I guess I did hear something about Marriage Toxin. But anyway, this anime is crazy. It's bold, man. It's like there's a lot of things that are challenging people, like as far as like just the main characters. But it's beautifully animated. It's really funny. I don't know if it's funnier than like Konosuba, but it's up there. It's really funny. Insane action, insane animation, really good characters so far. The story, we'll see. It's, when it's a comedy based thing, it's kind of like hard. Like Marshall, for example. Like Marshall, the story is kind of basic, but it's a comedy. So it doesn't need to be that complex, even though the world is getting more complex. I feel like the same thing is going to be true of Marriage Toxin. So that's on Tuesday. Definitely glad I got something in my Tuesday slot, because up until this time, I wasn't watching anything on Tuesday. Wednesday is the big day. We got what? Witch Hat Atelier? No. We got Classroom of the Elite. We got T-Bait. And we got ReZero. Those are the three things. Wednesday is currently the high for me. That's the best day for anime. The most is happening. A true casual has arrived. Oh, what's up, fam? The one real. So okay, cool. So you follow me from TikTok over to here. I appreciate that, man. How are you doing, fam? How are you doing? Good to see you. The one real. I'm still going to do like lives on TikTok as well, but I'm going to be doing more lives here. because it's just, I don't say it's easier. It's not easier. It's just I can reach more people. I can do more. And of course, you weren't here when I said it, but every Friday I'm going to be playing Fortnite and then doing my stream with Fortnite, which is I'm really excited about. You guys might not be excited about it. And I might, I might change it from just Fortnite Fridays to like gaming Fridays. And so I'll play like other games. But for now, I'm going to start with just Fortnite because I love Fortnite and it gives me an excuse to play Fortnite. And I'm looking for every excuse I can to play more Fortnite. So anyway, Thursday is Dr. Stone, which I've been loving. Again, if you're not watching Dr. Stone, you should check it out. It's so good. It's so slept on. Is it the most slept on anime? I don't know. I can't say, but it's slept on. I need to catch up on Dorohedoro. I watched a recap and it's such a crazy anime and a crazy story that even like watching the recap made me feel like, what? I felt like I was less aware of what was going on after watching the recap. So I don't know. I'll watch it though. I'm going to watch it so I can talk about it. I'm trying to watch end of the Crunchyroll anime movie of the year nominees. Oh, all. I think you mean all. Oh, each. I can't read. I'm trying to watch each of the Crunchyroll anime movies of the year. That's a good idea. I need to go check that out. What are the nominees? I've seen all of the anime of the year nominees. Is Suzume? Suzume was that this year? That's 2 years ago. I wonder if that's in there. Let's check it out. Because that's the beautiful thing about the internet. We can look it up. Crunchyroll. And I'll share what? And I'll share it with you. I can share it with you as I'm looking. Even though people don't tend to like these type of things. And then so these are the anime of the year. So what I'm looking for. Here we go. Here's the full list on Crunchyroll. Nominees. Film of the year. So let's see what they got for film of the year. 100 Meters. I haven't watched. I need to watch. Chainsaw Man Reze movie. Okay. Was Demon Slayer on Crunchyroll? Demon Slayer didn't come out on Crunchyroll. So I guess you don't have to be on Crunchyroll. Mononoke the movie. Oh. What happened just now? Weird. So yeah, so for film of the year, we got 100 Meters. It's probably going to be the Chainsaw Man movie. I saw the trailer for Scarlet in theaters. So okay, I'm curious. Out of the ones you've watched, which one do you think is the best? Yeah. So they just tried to like redirect me to Netflix. Is it good? Is it worth watching? I haven't seen that one or Infinity Castle. Yeah, Infinity Castle was great. It was. I mean, it was a movie. You know what I mean? It was. It was Marvel, Iron Man, the Avengers. It was big, but it was great and it was fun. I had a blast watching it. We even like dressed up and we did the cosplay to go watch it. So the Demon Slayer movie was really good. Was it better than Reze Chainsaw Man movie? I don't think so. What's up, fam? How's it going? Welcome to Casually Live with Brian, with your boy Brian, the Casual Brian. or Brian Casually Watches Anime, depending on where you see me from. If you're not already subscribed or following, be sure to follow and subscribe. I drop 6 YouTube shorts every single day, and I drop about that same amount, if not on Facebook. So if you like a lot of anime content, a lot of anime discussion, be sure to follow your boy Brian, the Casual Brian, because I'm here every day. Maybe a little too much. Maybe a little too much. If there is a such thing as too much. I've seen Scarlet ReZero, not ReZero. I've seen Scarlet Reze, 100 meters, Rose of Versailles. I believe 100 meters and Reze were the best. I hear 100 meters is really, really good. My editor really wanted me to watch it, but it felt weird, man. But I'm going to watch it because I got some free time. Yes, ReZero is good. So I always thought ReZero was good, but I thought it was a little bit slow, a little bit boring, and a little bit like dialogue heavy. So it wasn't a fun watch. But I watched it in sub, and I had always been meaning to watch it in dub because I felt like if I watch it in dub, it'll probably be easier for me to like retain what's happening, understand what's happening, and have a fuller understanding of it. And so I'm rewatching it in dub, and it's a lot better. So if you've never watched it, or if you've watched it in sub, I would say give the dub a try. If you watched it in dub and it still was kind of boring for you, you know what I mean? It kind of is what it is. But I would definitely say it's good. I would definitely say it's worth a watch. I'm rewatching it with my fiance, and she's loving it, and I'm loving the rewatch. So it's a good one, but man, you got to pay attention. You know what I mean? Put your phone down for watching ReZero. You can't be on your phone and watch ReZero. It's not going to happen for you. You know what I mean? It's just not going to happen for you. I'm thinking, so I'm about to finish Kingdom. I'll be finished with Kingdom. I got 3 episodes left. So I'm super excited about that. I think I'm going to give Lord of the Mysteries a second try. I think I'm going to give it another try. You know, now that the dub's been out, now that the fandom is out of my way. But you know, I'm torn between giving Lord of the Mysteries another try and catching up with that time I was reincarnated as a slime. I kind of want to be caught up because I'm seeing videos, I'm seeing people talking about it, and I feel like, oh God, I want to know. I want to know what's going on. And I love that anime, that time I was reincarnated as a slime. I don't know. I didn't watch season 3 because everyone kept talking about how boring it was. So I was like, I don't want to watch that. When did Facebook make Live? Facebook Live has been around for a while, man. Like at least 2016, 2017, at least that long. What anime would you recommend? Oh man, I can't just recommend anime without like knowing what you're into. But if you're asking me for like a generic blanket anime, I'll just give you kind of like my top 10, which is One Piece, Frieren, Mob Psycho 100, World Trigger, Ranking of Kings, Berserk, Mashoko Tensei, Food Wars. But make sure if you're watching Food Wars, you got some headphones on. Don't watch that in public. You will get in trouble. Food Wars is crazy. So yeah, like that. I mean, big 3: Bleach, Naruto, One Piece, Fairy Tail, Doctor Stone. All of those anime are amazing. Oh, Black Clover is a great one. Black Clover is a fire anime. I love Black Clover. Black Clover, I am proud to say that I was one of the first people to like actually like go hard for Black Clover, because a lot of people were like clowning Black Clover when it first came out. A lot of people were like, "Oh, this is just a ripoff of Naruto. It's just a copy anime. There's nothing good about it, nothing original." And I was like, "No, man. It does its own thing. And it's a good story. And the animation is good. The characters are fire. I mean, like Captain Yami and more, man. You know, there's so many There's so many good people in Black Clover, so many good characters. The power system is legit. Isn't more than a Sasuke clone, although he is definitely Sasuke inspired. I mean, there's no way around it. Like almost every anime now has a Sasuke inspired character, if not just a straight up and down clone. But I think Black Clover is fire, and I can't wait for it to come back. It looks amazing. It was so worth the wait. That's all I can say. It was so worth the wait. Black Clover is just absolutely insane, incredible. Appreciate it. Glad you dig the top 10. I make top 10 videos, but it's just hard to bring them down in time. And so they don't ever do that well. And it's frustrating because it takes time to like think about it and then like explain why I like them, like if I'm doing it on like a short, so like a reel, a short, or a TikTok, you want to keep it like below a minute 10. Even a minute 10 is kind of pushing it. People they're just like on these apps. So trying to like explain to people why they should like care about your top 10, or you know what I mean? Even though people are always asking me, hey, what's your top 10? I'm like, all right, I'm happy to tell you. But anyway. Also, let me know, what do you guys think about this new mic? How does it sound? For those of you who've been to the live before, how does it sound? Feels like it's pretty loud, man. I turned it down on the mic, and I'm going to turn it down a little bit more. Because I just feel like one of the reasons that I got this, well, there's a couple reasons. I'm going to turn it down to like here. I think this is going to be better. Okay, cool. Yeah, I have been recording on my Shure mic. So if you've seen some of my videos, I normally use my Shure mic, but the cord for my Shure mic was loose. And so when I would go look at the videos afterwards, I could hear the cord moving around. And also it's just a bear to hold a microphone for like a whole hour straight. And then I absolutely can't hold the microphone when I'm playing Fortnite. So got a new mic, investing into the podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is what it's all about. You grow, you invest, and, I'm very thankful. So yeah, man, I actually did see One Piece chapter 1180, and I made a video about it. And I made a video just basically talking about how I feel like Zoro and Sanji people think that Zoro and Sanji are stronger than what they actually are, in my opinion. And I'll stand on that. People think that like that Zoro is like way stronger than Sanji. Not true. Oda said it himself. Now Zoro might be like executing on more of their potential and abilities than Sanji, but I don't even know about that. You know what I mean? They both handle their characters or their fights the same, and we see when they fight Imu, exact same thing. They both got dealt with in the exact same way, fam. So, yeah, I'm not surprised that Imu did that. Now, I'm really curious to see what Imu does with Luffy. If he even gets to Luffy, he has to go through Loki first. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens with Loki. Loki might handle business with Imu. Speaking of One Piece it's not a letdown because I knew it was going to be like this. But man, the beginning part of Elbaf, it's so slow. Gosh, it's so slow, man. There's no way around it. Imu was low-key speed running in the... He was, though. But you have to expect him to do this. I mean, Imu is possibly, if not the final boss, the second to final boss. Arguably the strongest person. This guy fought Joy Boy, and we saw what Joy Boy's, just as hockey did to people. You know what I mean? So who knows how strong Joy Boy was in real life? I mean, Joy Boy he had to be a problem. Joy Boy absolutely had to be a problem. I can't wait. I can't wait to see Joy Boy's story, and I can't wait to see what happened during the Void Century. I can't wait. I more so than what the One Piece is, I want to know what happened during the Void Century, and I want to see what happened and what's good with Joy Boy, because I think it's going to be fire. A lot of people are calling for that. A lot of people think that this is going to be Sabaody 2.0. I don't think that. Luffy's too strong. And there's not enough time for them to get blown away and like bailed out. Now, are like who's gonna bail them out? You know what I mean? Like Shanks, maybe. Gabon can't do it. You know what I mean? Like Kuma's gone. Who's gonna bail? You know who's gonna bail them out? And then where are they gonna go? Like they're in Elbath. This is the place where like I feel like their last power up. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously Laugh Tale. Gosh, I'm hungry, bro. I'm doing a fast. It's a 24-hour fast, and every Monday I'm starting my week off just for a month. Then after that, I might go like every other week, or I might just see how it makes my body feel. But like right now, your boy is hungry. I gotta calm myself down, cause like even just talking like that, it's like I feel like I'm burning so much energy. Realistically, like I really like I haven't eaten in a minute. I had my last meal by 9, like so around 8:30. But I think like I had a meal before that, which reminds me, I gotta reach out to my girl. All right, here we go. But Zoro trains a lot more than Sanji, so Sanji probably has more potential than Zoro, just because he does not train and he is, I think, weaker than Zoro. I don't know. I don't think Sanji is weaker than Zoro. I think that Zoro is more focused on his strength because Zoro's the one with the goal of being the best swordsman. Sanji's goal is to see the all blue. You know, so Sanji doesn't need to get like stronger and stronger. In fact, Sanji doesn't really do anything to get stronger. He learns techniques, but he's not out here like training. You know what I mean? Like, and so the reason why Sanji is in the game is because he has a modified body. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Sanji has that modified body. If he didn't have that modified body, I don't think he would be on the same level as Zoro, just off of his like, cause again, like you're saying, and like everyone else is saying, Zoro is constantly training because Zoro's goal is to be the number one swordsman. Sanji, his goal is to get to the all blue. So between his dream and his goal of finding the all blue and all his like simping, Sanji don't have time to train. He just happens to have that Vince Smoke modified body, and that's why your boy is like out here keeping up with Zoro. What's good, fam? What is good? You caught the live. I know people are hyping up the treasure One Piece. Wait. I know, right? People are hyping up the treasure One Piece. But me, I want to know about the Void Century, about the backstories of Emu and Joy Boy. Yeah, exactly. I'm the same. Let me know. I want to know what happened. I'm starting to like formulate a theory of Joy Boy, Luffy. So okay, what Oda is really big on parallels. Everything is all about parallels. So like right now, Luffy's crew is the same as the Roger crew. Or the Roger Pirates. So you got Luffy, Roger, Zoro, Rayleigh, Gabon, Sanji. You know what I mean? I'm wondering, this is a very, very early theory, so we're going to have to keep getting evidence for this. What if Joy Boy and Emu and Davy Jones were all like the same as Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy? You know what I mean? What if they were homies? Now, I also feel like Oda was testing out how people respond to a love triangle, because you had Shaki, Rayleigh, and Roger. So what if it was a similar thing with like Joy Boy and Emu, and then like, you know, Davy Jones was just there, kind of part of the thing. It's an early theory. And I don't have a lot of evidence to back it, but man, you know, Hey, appreciate you stopping by. Check out ReZero. Check it out in dub. You're not gonna regret it. It says, fun fact, if you search God for, wait, your boy can't read. Fun fact, if you search God of Foreshadowing, Oda's name pops up. Oda's really good at foreshadowing. Is he the best? I don't know. I think he makes a strong argument. I think he makes a very, very strong argument. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say, fam. He makes a strong argument. Is he the GOAT? He makes a strong argument. I don't think that anybody's better than Oda when it comes to writing. I'm sorry. But I mean, but it's very personal. You know what I mean? Burgers, pizza, wings. What's the best? You can't say. It's personal. You know? And sometimes I just get frustrated with anime fans talking like it's dogma, like it's facts, like it's like, you know what I mean? Like there's a for sure, this is the best anime ever. For you. For you, it's the best anime ever. And that's great. And I'm happy. I love that for you. But there's so many things that go into why people love anime. I mean, it's not even just like who you are. It's who you are and where you are at the current moment. You know, sometimes an anime might be amazing, but you're just not in the place to watch it. You know what I mean? Like for me, I'll give you a perfect example. The place I was at when I watched World Trigger was like the perfect place for me to enjoy World Trigger. Like it just, like I needed to just disappear into a story, and World Trigger was that anime for me. You know what I mean? First time I watched Dr. Stone, I liked it, and then I dropped it in the second season. I was like, this is okay, because I wasn't in the right place. But when I picked it back up, it became one of my favorite anime. It's in my top 25, easily in my top 25. There's a theory about Lily being the crush of both Joy Boy and Emu. You know what I'm saying? I think that yo, what's up? I think that that's viable. You know what I mean? Like, I really do think that Oda was workshopping how people respond to a love triangle, because it's a little bit played. You know what I mean? Let's be honest. It's a little bit played. It's a little bit like, come on, man. Where does this come from out of One Piece? Because Luffy, he's not like simping over anybody. So it kind of like One Piece fans don't really deal with that. Like, whereas like Naruto was in love with Sakura, but Sakura was in love with Sasuke. Ichigo arguably was in love with Rukia. I will stand on that. I don't care what anyone says. I did start from the anime and then went to the manga, so I don't know if I would have read the manga first and then saw the anime, if my feelings would have been different. But for sure, in the Soul Society arc, Luffy and Rukia have romantic feelings towards each other. I don't care what anyone says. You're not going to get me off that. The Orihime love situation was a retcon, and I don't support it. But anyway, I'm just saying, in One Piece, love relationships are not really a big part of what's fueling the story. So for like the main driver and the cause of all this craziness to be a love triangle between Emu, Joy Boy, and Lily, I think One Piece fans, we'll see. We'll never know. You know, I know this. One Piece fans were going crazy at God Valley when it looked like Roger was just like this simp. Bro, they were clowning Roger. Like, I mean, I've never seen a character go from being so loved, so respected, so goated, to being so hated, so clowned on. I mean, like, everyone was calling Roger a fraud. Everyone. Roger. Goldie Roger. Man, this man is the guy. You know what I mean? Like, everybody was clowning this guy. I was like, bro, what are y'all talking about? This is Roger. Come on, man. You can't turn your back on Roger. They did, but that's why you can't live for the likes. They love you. They love you one day. The next day they're clowning you. They're calling you fraud. Like, what were they calling him? Fraud D Roger. Goldie Fraud or something like that. One Piece is so good. One Piece is so great. I love One Piece. I'm gonna be sad when One Piece is over. I know it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't think I'm gonna have to deal with it because we got the One Piece by Wit Studios, so that'll probably come out, and I'll probably watch that. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that though, to be honest. I'm still watching One Piece, so I don't know. It's good. It's good. I'm looking forward to tonight. We're gonna get the resolution, so we're gonna see how. What's his name? Ayama tricks the neighbor or her old teacher for now on Liar Game, which had Atelier. Hopefully, we're gonna get some more development in that. That anime is crazy. Like that anime is so good, and there's so many subtle things that people. I don't want to say you didn't notice, but like that to me make it amazing. People are saying, let me just read this out. People are saying that this gigantic upscale for Sabo fought with 5 elders and Imu and still survived with almost no injuries, while Zoro and Sanji got packed up. Well, I mean, okay, that's not wrong. So I'm not like going to rebut that at all. That's not wrong. That's facts. I will say this. He was running. He didn't really fight them. He was running away. And Imu wasn't in the form that Imu's in now. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. A lot of people are talking about like, this was not like just the Imu under the cloak. That cloak was a different form of Imu. This, what we're seeing now, is like kind of, they're thinking there's people are thinking and theorizing that it's like a zone. Like Emu has like a zone fruit. And so he has different forms similar to Chopper or Luffy. So we'll see. We'll see. I think that Sabo has got to be strong. But to me, Sabo parallels Ace and represents Ace's potential. If Ace wasn't such a hothead. You see what I did there? But I don't have him over Shanks. You know what I mean? And I have Shanks. This is going to sound crazy, I know. But I have Shanks under Emu. He has to be. You know what I mean? He has to be. And a lot of people are clowning Kid because of what happened with Shanks. Let me tell you something. You can agree or disagree. What happened to Kid would 100% happen to Zoro and Sanji. 100%. I promise you. Zoro and Sanji are getting packed up just like Kid did by Shanks. The only person that can fight Shanks currently is Luffy. And I don't even think he can win. I think he loses. Yeah, I mean, like, so this is the thing that, like, people kind of forget. Usopp has hockey. He has observation hockey. Very good observation hockey. He just doesn't realize it. He doesn't, you know what I mean? It's I mean, I'm guilty of forgetting. Usopp has hockey, you know? And I believe that by the end of Elbaf, not only will he be able to, like, perfect, master, or like, you know, improve his observation hockey, he's going to learn armament. Maybe the same armament Luffy does, where you can the same that Roger had, you know, where you start putting it into objects, because that's what's going to make him even. That's what's going to make Usopp lethal. If he learns how to endue his put hockey into his, like, whatever he's shooting, then he's going to be on par with his father. Yasop. What a name. Usopp. Yasop. Crazy names. One Piece is all about craziness. And I love it. So yeah, Witch Hat Atelier is coming out today. It's always tough. I gotta double. I don't have to double watch it, but I watch it twice because, you know, I watch it with my girl, but I have to watch it early because everybody's making content like right away, man. Like in fact, I'm pretty sure that people have already started watching it. Let me see if it's out right now. Does it have the best? Do you think One Piece has the best world building? I think so. I think it's not even close. I think it's not even close. Like One Piece, the world building in One Piece is a masterclass. It's mastery. It's literal mastery. Let me tell you something. Awalas, these are great. They're durable because Lord knows I've dropped this thing a million times. They're durable. They keep my water cold. But my favorite thing about it is this. It has a straw. So I don't have to like do this. I can just drink it, which is perfect for like when you're like dehydrated at night. You just want to get like a little sip of water, a little sip of something, something. A little sip of something, something, you know what I'm saying? A little sip of something. It looks like episode 4 is out. And based off of the screenshot, it looks like something serious is about to happen. You're good. I don't know how to spell it either. Um, are you saying the Akatsuki? I just want to make sure that's what you're saying. Are you saying Atasuki? Because if you're saying the Akatsuki, Emu is obliterating their lives. But if you're saying somebody else that I don't fully know what character you're talking about, then I don't know. Oh, I'm curious about this Witch Hat Atelier. The craziest thing about like new anime is the eyes. Like they put so much detail into the eyes, and I love it. And the hair sometimes as well. But this looks like a good episode, man. I tell people all the time, this makes me sound old. I don't care. Akatsuki, they're gonna get obliterated. They can't. The Akatsuki can't do anything to Emo. Nothing. Nothing at all. Not pain. Not even. Not even Obito, but maybe Obito if he's like Tentail Jinchuriki. That's it. That's the only way. That's the only way to even have a fight. Otherwise, they're gonna get obliterated. The scale of Emu. He's gonna slice through them with his tail. But yeah, modern animation is just so gorgeous. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I tell people all the time, this makes me sound old. I don't care. I am older. Thankfully, too. I love it. I love being older. Anime fans today are so lucky. Like when I was coming up, the anime would come out, and then like maybe later at the end of the year, you would get the dub. I feel like back in the day, like the back in the day, it was like not that same year that you got the dub. And then it moved from that to being like the dub would come out later that year, like a couple months, 2 or 3 months. And then it moved from like the anime drops and then the dub comes out like 2 to 3 weeks later. And I thought that was like, wow, that's incredible. Now you got simulcast where it drops with the dub. Fam, you don't understand how blessed you are to be in anime right now. I mean, like, I can't even imagine what we're going to be getting in the future. Like, how do you even go past simulcast? Now, I know this, though. I will say this. This is probably going to be one of the updates that's going to happen over the next couple of years. Sometimes the simulcast will drop, and then, like, episode 6 randomly won't have a dub. That's awful. That's awful. That can't happen. I'll be glad when they get rid of that. Oh, you're talking about the... I know who you're talking about. The Boruto people. Let me see if I can find the spelling on that one. Kagura from Naruto. So I'm looking up what Kagura is. Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. As a wait, no. What is this? That's her name, right? Kagura? Naruto Shippuden final villain. Kaguya. Oh, okay. I spelled it wrong. She's a Atsuki. I think you're talking about Atsuki. And I think that they're more of a problem for Emu. From what we've seen from Emu at this point, I'd have to give it to Kaguya, but I don't know because I don't. I also don't know if the blast that wipes people like wipes countries off the face of the world is that Emu's or is that a like a weapon? Kaguya, yeah, that's what I said. Exactly. So I don't. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what Emu's abilities are, right? Like we're just kind of getting the preview. We know that she can possess. We know that she can regenerate. Or I'm sorry, they can possess. They can regenerate. I always thought Emu was a she. By the way, I don't know why I thought that they were a she. I thought they were a she. I was like surprised when they found out that they're not a she. Whoa, what's going on with my? Oh, interesting. So I can make my vertical. Nope, I don't know what's going on. Never mind. I'm not gonna do that. Well, that was crazy. I don't know what happened, guys, but that was absolutely crazy. But we're still here. Let me stop touching. Let me stop touching things. Let me make sure. Let me make sure that my like microphone is still going on. Audio is still here. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't know what's happening. All my YouTube comments went away. I'm about to watch Witch Hat Atelier after this live. After I finish this live in 7 minutes. By the way, this is Casually Live with your boy D Casual Brian. I hope that you guys have been enjoying this live. I hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Monday and Friday around 12. And then on Wednesday, we're going between 4 and 6 o'clock. So you just got to keep an eye out. No worries. Thanks for pulling up. Appreciate you. Have a good night. Yeah, we're finished soon anyway, so it's all good. But be sure to check out Fortnite Fridays. Fortnite Fridays going to be here. Going to be lit. Going to be a good time. Getting this getting this episode ready for Witch Hat Atelier. Looks like it's going to be a good episode. I'm excited. I'm excited for it. I like this anime. I'm enjoying this anime. There's some stuff that people were like talking about. I'm like, bro, I just don't understand why people like if you don't like an anime, don't watch it. That's the first thing. But everything about an anime, everything about a show doesn't have to be like perfect or for you. You know what I mean? Like some things are just part of the story. Man, let me tell you something. So I was talking about this earlier. Some of y'all might have been here. Some of y'all might just be coming up. So I'm doing a fast. I'm doing a 24-hour fast. I want to start my week off with a 24-hour fast for my health, for my weight loss goals, and just for my like discipline. Like I'm very much trying to tighten up my discipline a little bit. Like I'm very disciplined. You know, you have to be a content creator because it's on you. No one's telling you that you got to post. No one's making you post. But if you don't post, you don't grow. You know what I mean? You lose followers. You lose momentum. So I just wanted to like tighten up my focus. And so I'm doing this 24-hour fast, and the way it works is like you stop eating by 8 or 9 on like one particular day. So like yesterday, I stopped eating around 8 or 9, and then I can't eat again until after 8 or 9. So it's a 24-hour fast, and I'm excited about it. I think it's great. I'm trying to just do more fasting too, by the way. Like I normally do a fast per week, but that's for like religious reasons. But I want to just do more fasting. It's good for your body, you know, having longer windows that you're not eating. Like Wednesday is another day for me that I'm going to try to extend my eating window. So if I can push that to like 3 or 4, I think that'd be great. I think that would be awesome. But you know, like, so till 12 o'clock, fasting till 12 o'clock for my religious reasons. And then after 12, I can have like a black coffee. You know what I mean? But anyway, like earlier on, like at about the 30-minute mark of this live, man, let me tell you, bro, just getting eaten up. Like my stomach was just like, oh, my body, just everything, all my energy just crashed. It was so brutal. It was so brutal. This fast is tough, but it's not too hard. You have to, and I'm just kind of ending the live on a rant, a yap fest. You have to do hard things. You have to do hard things. You have to train your body to do difficult things, your mind to do difficult things. If you don't, then you get soft and you won't do anything and you won't grow. You got to tighten up. We all got to tighten up right now, especially right now. With what's going on in the world, it's difficult. Everything's expensive. It's hard, but you can't just like give up. You can't just like throw in the towel. You got to tighten up. Tighten up with your money. Tighten up with your health. Tighten up with your mind. Be careful of what you're watching and when you're watching it. You know, like you need to be very careful with what you're watching right when you wake up and right before you go to sleep, especially right before you go to sleep, man. I think so many people don't guard what they watch or what they put into their soul and their spirit right before they go to sleep. And so they're anxious, they're uneasy, peaceful. You want to be peaceful. Try to create an atmosphere of peace before you go to sleep. At least that's what I think. At least that's what I think. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Vern? You know what I mean, Vern? So yeah, thank you everybody that pulled up today. This is Casually Live with Brian. We're live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Friday now, we're kicking off Fortnite Friday. So if you didn't see it last week, hopefully you'll catch it this week. Last week we had a little bit of a hiccup because Fortnite crashed. No fault of my own, but Fortnite crashed, and so what's up? Hopefully, Fortnite will not crash during Fortnite Fridays, but there is no promises. When you fire 1,000 people, there's going to be some hiccups. So, but I'm hoping that Fortnite Fridays will be a hit this week. Love Fortnite Fridays. Love Fortnite. Love the live. This is Casually Live with Brian. If you're not following or subscribe, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, and please be sure to follow on Facebook. And if you're not on Twitch is the only platform that I don't really have like original content. I mean, I'm live now, but I put a lot of stuff out on Facebook and on YouTube. So there's YouTube shorts dropping. In fact, one just dropped 20 minutes ago. So check us out. Check me out. Be sure to follow. And yeah, we're rapping. we're rapping. We're wrapping it up. I am so hungry, bro. The hunger is crazy. But you got to do hard things. And I can do all things through him who strengthens me. Have a great day, and I will see you all on Wednesday. Peace.